What's up guys, this is What It Does Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. After we checked out one of the not so much played AD carries and one of the best AD carries in the game, I'm going to switch to someone who has been around the game for quite a while and he has seen a big improvement. I wasn't too sure about him when I played him. Afterwards I checked the tier lists. I think he's not S tier anymore, but in the last version of the game, in season 16, he was about to be S tier. So he's still really good and we are going to check out how good he is right now. I'm talking about the bunny hopper Slimz, the guy with the spear in his hand, who's able to dish out shitloads of damage, and I want to check out my build with you guys and I want to check out some gameplay. So therefore we are going in and check out the stuff, and the build comes first and the gameplay comes second, and the subscriptions come from you guys, likes come from you guys as well, and comments are always welcome as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let's get started. Alright, so we are going to make this one really quick. Nothing about the whole build section should in any way be surprising to you guys. We've got a pretty stable standard AD carry build in terms of the items. We've got the war boots, we have the item that is increasing our crit chances by super much, therefore we're going on crit damage. We've got Devil's Handshake in here for some critical chance improvement as well. We've got the Bow of Slaughter, we've got Muramasa for the armor pierce, and we have the Blade of Eternity to be revived in the case that our positioning is really bad and we die. Arcana wise, I'm going to show you something that you've seen in basically every single build that I've been playing on AD carries in the last months. Therefore, it's called Crit Assassin. We're going for the crit chance improvement and we're going to have a massive boost in terms of movement speed and attack speed. Arcana wise, of course, 10% are not that much, but it all adds up quite nicely. And Slimz does have this little speed improvement on his abilities as well, so therefore we're going to have double speed here. Talking about Arcana, I've got 10 times Atrocity level 3, I've got 10 times Gorilla level 3, and I've got 10 times Skewer for the armor pierce by 64 points, which is actually quite good. Enchantment wise might be the only thing that's going to be surprising to you guys just a little bit in the first approach. Usually many players are playing Endless Cycle. That's the stuff where you can revive yourself immediately after you've been killed in the first couple of minutes of the game. In this case, I wanted to try out Devil's Awakening. I'm not a super fan of this kind of super and hyper enchantment, but in this case, we are going to have our really good abilities back in. And the good thing is that you are going to use your second ability either for escaping or for engaging with the enemy. And if you engage, you can then engage, press the ult, and then you get your second ability back afterwards quicker than before because it is cooldown faster. It reduces cooldown of other abilities by 30% immediately and grants a 20% cooldown reduction for 6 seconds. So this is going to be really good on Slimz because it improves your mobility overall. The rest of the stuff is a little mixture between usability or sustainability on the Devourer. Then we've got the Enhanced Restore, we've got Gunslinger to boost our stats, and then we've got Deadly Claw. So this is the build, and I would say enough talking, let's check out some gameplay. Let's go, guys. So let's do this, as they said in the intro appearance, whatever. If you are a fan of different skins, this video is actually going to be good for you. There's a Gilder skin in here, which was available for a short period of time, and it's going to be quite nice. And I've got the Rumble skin that I actually dig over the other skin, where you've got this Alice in Wonderland theme going on. So actually quite nice first blood for Kali here. Kali has been increased massively over the past months and she really shines right now, so it is not really surprising that she's going to get the kill here, and we with Arduin are about to do some serious damage here and cause some troubles for the enemy. We've got the Ultraman skin on Florentino as well here. Unfortunately, it's not Ryoma, but we won't judge him if we are going to win the game. Okay, so we've got Arduin here with a support build. If you guys are interested in support builds for Arduin, check out my channel. I've uploaded a video where I played Arduin as a first-time support, and it's going to be really, really good. This is a role that really works for him, and by a really bad positioning of the Gildur, we do skill a first kill in the game that is going to add up quite fine to a 5 versus 1. That's a good start for a game, I'd say. If you guys are wondering that we don't have the effect going in here, like the teleport stuff where you're going to be thrown in the middle, this video was recorded a couple of weeks before the new update stuff arrives. Therefore, it's still kind of actual because it's got all the game scenes in and all the new items and stuff. But I think Omni Arms isn't nerfed yet. But as we are not going to build it, I just thought it's not going to be that much of a matter. So therefore, you're going to have to deal just in your head. If there's someone with Omni Arms, just think, okay, that is not as strong as it has been before. That's a side note for you guys out there who are really curious about Omni Arms weapons and Loki's revenges and stuff like that. So you got to think about that if you are going to check out this video. So Slimz with the Devil's Awakening rune. Yeah, the game is going to be a really short one, as you guys have seen from the video length anyways before. And as you can see, we are roaming around a lot. Like my team, Arduin is here, Irie is there, Florentino is here. We haven't seen anything crazy going on lately on our lane. And as I was just shoving stuff in, I just decided to kind of help my people out here in the middle lane. I'm going to eat a tower shot here to be able to get a spear in here. And now Mala comes in, and he has been that crazy strong bastard that he has been, that he is in the game right now. But I think the nice combination of hopping around on the one hand and throwing some spears that stun on the other hand has just resulted in winning this fight overall with a really good result. 14-3 right now. I'm sorry for the massacres lately, but I'm not going to hold back here just because the enemy has not been spared, because the video is actually pretty great to showcase Slim's abilities, and that's what we're here for. I'm not going to make on enemies or anything like that. It's just about showing you guys how strong or weak characters are at the moment. And to be fair, the positioning of the enemies and their all-in-all game plan is questionable. Period. There's nothing else to say about that. During the game, I had minutes when I was about to be alone on the duo lane entirely with Elsu camping around somewhere, aiming at birds or something like that. So I'm not, like, that's not the way you are supposed to play this game. Okay, now I made a mistake. I underestimated how far the shot goes from Gildur, therefore he was able to get me, but 2-1-7, I'm quite fine with it. A lot of assists so far in the game because I had to hop in quite often, and I just had like 2 or 3 shots on the enemy with a spear hitting or something like that, but I did not get the overall kill at the end, which is not really that much of a problem because we're going to be as good as possible anyways, with kills or without them. So there was a slight approach of L'Oreal going to push the tower here, but it was somehow half-hearted. It was like, okay, I'm going to try, but now I've got the first damage item, and this is where the stuff is going to become interesting. Now we've got the Devil's Handshake, and what I really like about Slimz is this one that you have seen right now. There's this cone. So Slimz has a really unique ability, as many players, many heroes have unique abilities, but his is quite special in case of his ability is actually changing the way his auto attacks work. So we're not talking about enchantments or enchanted weapons or things that they have introduced lately in the game. This is about being able to penetrate enemies that stand behind targets. What do I mean about it? For everyone who hasn't played Slimz in quite a while, or who isn't really a fan of Slimz, or doesn't really know what this hero is able to do, if you play Slimz, you got the unique ability that after the, I think, third initial auto attack, you are going to hit the enemies behind the first initial target with this kind of splash damage. So you can't hide yourself behind minions, as your attacks are always going to splash through and hurt the enemies behind the minions that they've been seeking cover behind enemies, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sentence was kind of like mistakenly weird, but I guess you guys are going to check out what I wanted to say about it. So the problem is with the auto attacks, of course, you are going to hit heroes every single time you can. But in this case, it actually makes sense to hit the minions, or if you go, no, let me put it like that. If you are going to push and you don't want to poke the enemies, even if the enemies are kind of roaming around their own minions, you will still deal damage while doing so, because as soon as you hit a minion with your third auto attack, you're going to splash through that minion and hurt or damage enemies and stuff behind it. So it's kind of a really good ability, because it works whenever you have the cooldown ready, or the consecutive attack is going to land a shot. So you don't have to plan around it, you don't have to manage it. It's not something that you would put into consideration. On the other hand, it's rather something, oh, I missed that shot, that was really bad. On the other hand, it's kind of like a thing that comes in naturally, and it's so smooth and it's so nice that you can actually just use it for beneficial purposes. So it's just this little nice add-up that makes him so really, really strong right now. We've got a really fast meta. The meta is all about control effects right now. You've got a lot of control effect heroes in the game with a lot of mobility, with a lot of great power, with a lot of initial damage. So you're going to nuke the enemies. And that works fine with Slimz. You hit the spear, you get the speed buff, then you're going to hop around with your S2, then you're going to activate the ultimate, and it all falls into place quite nicely. It's kind of like this big puzzle that you're going to complete with all of your abilities, because they make such a good mix. When I started the Arena of Valor, I didn't really grasp the nice kit composition that Slimz has. It wasn't too obvious for me at the beginning, but this nice little mixture of mobility, and you're able to hop over walls, which is a really, really good thing. Wall hopping is always great. If walls are not an obstacle, that's always going to help you a lot, because that's like the bread and butter. If it's about mobility, you want to be able to hop over these small walls here, because it just brings so much distance between you and followers, or you are able to come in from the side and sidestep the enemies, or take them from this kind of difficult angles where they don't really consider you on being able to lead the battle from. So this is really, really good. And then you've got the percentual, oh my god, that's an adjective I don't really know about. So if you hit your ultimate, you are going to deal damage that is calculated on some percentage, and that comes from the actual health of the enemies. And that's something that's really, really great, because it means that you can shred tanks from afar, and that's always a great tool to use. Now we've got Bow of Slaughter, another great item to the arsenal, and we have just scored a kill on another dead body here. That Elsie was just about a little too confident, and I even managed to get the 6th kill, because as you have seen, my auto attack, while he was dashing, my auto attack just was going way after him, and with L'Oreal's kill, we are able to get a triple kill in the last couple of seconds in the game. So 10 minutes played around. Really short. Arduin gets an MVP here for a really good performance in this game. He's the MVP with the silver medal warrior, whatever that's going to mean. And as you can see, the diversion between the characters is actually quite equal, 11 third, 90% damage. I thought that would have been more, but I'm actually quite confident with that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my Slimz video and you're going to check out on my channel soonish. Thanks for watching and bye bye.